Alright, hello, it's the most wonderful time of the year. We are wrapping up. Let's talk about the best of the best. I'm stoked. Right, so just before I get into this, I just want to say, this is a ranking of everything, and when I say everything I mean, I don't know most things, I'm not that observant. But word, I am not simply talking about the best title tracks, I will be trying to look at the comebacks. Holistically, thinking about yes, the title track but also the album that accompanied it, its stages, styling, choreo, the lot, even just the general vibe of the comeback is being taken into consideration. I am not playing around. But yes, I am far too excited. Let's just get into it, please. Wait, actually, quick disclaimer, this is my opinion, so please don't be mad. This is like a list for me that I am sharing. I am not trying to speak for everyone, lol, just my personal faves. Alright, now let's actually get into it, yay. Fuck. It's just so excellent through and through, I guess, like very few faults. No faults. I don't care if we are still on number 15. I am praising the balls out of everything on this list, and you wanna know why? Because TOUT are the best of the best. They deserve it, please. But all in all, this track with its sultry whisper-like vocals to its suits, may I repeat, women in suits, and like really slayful suits too. None of this ugly women in suits, these are women in suits. But I go on. This comeback/unit debut, I guess, was just magnificent. Don't really care for the B-side, but they can't all be winners. WJSN are just absolutely killing it right now. First Chakam, then we got Unnatural and the Black Man. Go girls, I get. Now on to one of my joint 2 groups of the year. You will see who I place as my second group of the year in just a little bit, but who even cares right now? We are talking about the stayc girls. And let me tell you, it is going down. I vividly remember not giving a rat's ass about this release. Sure, I liked their debut and thought it was really cool to see them have such success for such a new and unknown group at the time, but I was really out here thinking, no, I won't stand them. I don't know, they feel like one of those groups we'll all hype up a ton at debut and then never think about again. And when I saw they were turning to a brighter concept for their next release, I just knew it was the end of stayc. Boy, was I wrong, because this ain't oh my. Literally, my expectations were so low. I didn't even stand them yet, but I was like, yeah, no flops, haha. I have never been more glad to be proven wrong. Please, they are now one of my ults, haha haha, and I think aespa was a big part of that for me. They showed this different side of them, going cute and bright but not swaying from their charms, keeping those delectably smooth vocals they are known for at this point, and just really highlighting their youthfulness. The choreo for this song also just caused a shift in society. I could not go anywhere without seeing someone punching the air, and if I didn't see someone doing it, MF I was. It's so catchy, and this chorus too, please, everywhere. Like the virality of this song, all aspects of it were absolutely everywhere, and you know what? Deserved. We also got some really solid B-sides with this track too. Nothing that particularly blew my socks off like some of their more recent B-sides have, but like they were cute and hard to not bob your head to. Like, come on, so what? It's so sweet. And Love Fool is just so delicate and lovely, and their live renditions of it too. Stop. Overall, just such a good era for these lovely ladies, and it gave them such momentum. Like each comeback, they have just keeps topping the last. Man, I love Slay. Alright, yeah, it's another debut already. We are 3 songs in, and I am showing an intense lack of any criteria or rules, but get stuffed. I don't care, I do what I want. And what I want is to have choerry on repeat all day, yes please. Glassy is, I think, the most solid debut I have ever seen. It's just so good, you know? Did she go all experimental on us and reinvent music as we know it? No, but do I care? No? It's cute, please. I mean, I love anything Yuri does. She's like one of my ULT biases, and I was so looking forward to seeing what she was going to do post izone, and seeing that she went solo, oh, it nearly brought tears to my eyes. She is so capable, and I mean, it's already showing with how solid of a debut Glassy was. She's practically the main vocal of the century, at least for me, so She's got the vocals down. Like her unique tone alone just makes me love anything she lays down. I can't, it's so pretty. And also she is just such a presence. She is beyond capable of capturing an audience's attention all by herself, and I am already loving the soloist she is turning out to be. I was really scared that just because she was a main vocal they would just make her do boring ass ballads. At least to start off with, and like, you know I would've, you know I mean she did give us a ballad in her B-side Express Moon, but oh, what's that I hear? It's not boring as hell? Wow, so it is possible. Mate, the more I delve into K-pop discographies the more I realize I don't actually hate ballads, just no one is actually trying. Like, okay, it's a sad piano and you're a good vocalist, now what? Give us something sweet like this, it's possible. And like, once again, anything with Yuri's vocals just melts me, so oops lol. So work. Not only was the music in this release just banging, but the styling was. Oh, the styling. I love pretty dresses, and Miss Yuri exclusively wore pretty dresses, yes. They were so fun and fluffy, I suppose. She just looked like a little princess, and the way the dresses moved with the choreography made for some really beautiful and interesting performances. She just killed it. Please. More from Yuri.
Queens.
Put down your pitchforks please. Queendom was good. Good as hell in fact, and that's just the truth. Literally the day it came out I peed. It's Red Velvet's grand return, so literally even if it was a horrible song I would have loved it, but it's the way that it just wasn't, lol. I don't know, I do see where some people are coming from, like it's a little generic for Red Velvet, and I suppose for being away for so long I can understand the disappointment stemming from the lack of creativity, but like, it's a really well crafted pop song. Can't we just enjoy generic pop music from time to time? Can't we? Please tell me you at least like La Da Da Do Ba Ba Dida that is playing on loop in my brain practically constantly, and I actually love it, please. And then the album was also just good. Again, it's just good. I often feel so betrayed by K-pop B-sides. They just, I don't know, I feel like I have such a hard time just finding a good album these days, but you already know when Red Velvet is coming back it's guaranteed to be good. And it was. Ugh, the girls shined, they looked and sounded so happy to be back together again, and word, that's all that matters to me. Like, all the stages for this comeback were so lovely, they just looked so genuinely happy to be together. And the sets and styling was so cute, it was hard not to love. I kind of love seeing my favorite groups enter these stages in their career where they are just so well respected and have so much experience that they can almost kick back if it were. Like, obviously they are still working extremely hard, but they have more of an opportunity to rest and perform what they love. It's just nice, I don't know, I like it. Anywho, stan Red Velvet, I hope to God they aren't going anywhere. You know how SMV, but mate, they are Red Velvet, please don't do this to my girls, let them enjoy their golden years, LMA. This is like the biggest wild card on this list, I think, because first off, it came out about 10 minutes ago, and also it's Everglow. Not to be rude or nothing lol, but nothing Everglow have released in the past while has really interested me that much. Even like La Da Da that everyone was very obsessed with, and like, sure, I enjoyed it, but nothing was really getting me excited, but this has gotten me excited. Like, man, this song is just so good. It's like second gen to the max, it's brash EDM at its finest. It knows exactly what it is and it does it so well. The standout moment of this song for me is most definitely the bridge. Like, I loved the song before I heard the bridge, but the second they brought in those silly little wub-wubs I already knew it was like song of the year, song of the century, song of the millennia. Like, mate, oh my, it has been on loop from the second it came out, and I was so happy to see it getting the praise it deserved, because yes, thank you for recognizing it's just whoa. I don't know, I think the overall shock that Everglow were still able to capture my attention despite me being so disappointed by practically all of their releases since, like Bone Chocolate, like that is this song's absolute power, like it did that. And then we get to the album and you know it did what Everglow albums do, which is slay. See, like, I never like Everglow title tracks, but there is always at least that one B-side that I am just so obsessed with. Take for example I fucking hate First, but Don't Ask, Don't Tell is, I think, one of my favorite K-pop songs of all time. And this album had its moments. May I mention the slay of Don't Speak? Maybe I just like when Everglow do this soft retro sound, but whoa, it is lovely. Nighty Night was also a highlight, though it really felt like pirate in its sound, and I mean, you guys know how I feel about pirate as a song, so yes. This release was just so good, and I am so glad it was. I hate not liking Everglow, so it feels good to be screaming their praises once more. Let's go. This is another terribly confusing placement on this list for me, not in the same way as Everglow's was, because I do genuinely normally really enjoy pretty much everything Dreamcatcher releases, but I typically do that for about a week, listen to the album once and never think about any of it ever again until, oh, they released something new. I think this is more a thing of my taste and Dreamcatcher's music clashing slightly, like I would expect myself to be obsessed with them, but I just never really am. But all this hath changed with Because, which freaks me out even more because this seems to be one of their poorer performing tracks, especially in recent years, which is so weird. It's literally like the best title track I have heard from them, I think, ever. I just adore this creepy and more gothic vibe, I guess. They often go really heavy for their unique pop-rock blend, but this new take on their sound with this twinkly-like motif and their delicate whispery vocals giving off this totally off-putting vibe is just delicious. I feel like I am being stalked by their vocals, and it honestly slays. This whole music video concept was also just phenomenal, with the inspiration song. Like the evil versions of themselves following them about is just so good, and accompanied with the song it is just so perfect and creepy, and it really got me more interested in their music recently, like seeing what they can do. The blank expressions we saw a lot during the MV and in a lot of their stages were really reminiscent of my absolute favorite K-pop song Russian Roulette. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed. When anything is even slightly similar to Russian Roulette in any way, I am obsessed, and that's just that. Overall, just such a solid concept, and this delicious creepy concept is just my absolute favorite. Their best in a long time for me, at least. No, because Zombie was and is just absolutely phenomenal. I love how Purple Kiss are starting out in their career by seemingly going about doing everything, which is sick. Like, it is so hard to believe that this is their second release. Like, are you kidding me? How are we already getting this passion, energy, creativity? My lord, they're just going absolutely wild, and I am obsessed. This whole concept and era was so interesting to watch. For their styling, they went with that really trendy TikTok sort of e-girl look, which I think really played well for them, as it is such a popular style, yet many K-pop groups and companies are just not making use of it like at all, but this, oh, it just works. As well as their killer cheerleader looks. Stop. They are killing it styling wise. Like, is that even my style at all? No, but do I want every single one of their outfits? Yes. The whole look and feel of this comeback just screamed Halloween, which was so good for me, especially this year, because like I am just so into Halloween, and I was really feeling the spirit this year. So with this being released in early September, I was given that Halloween feel for a whole 2 months, and it's not even like this song is only for that sort of season. It's got this great funky sound that works for any time of year. And woo, the song itself, I can't believe I haven't touched on this yet. It is so fucking cute and fun, I can't stand it. It's literally, oh my god, it's so sweet. I don't even know how to talk about how hard it goes without combusting. I hadn't listened to it for a little while before writing this script. I don't know, but woo, I am listening right now and it's hard to stop my ass from shaking. It gives off these really intense Dua Lipa future nostalgia vibes, which is just, oh, the best vibes you could give off, like album of the century methinks. It's just so catchy, and even though I don't know the choreo, I try anyway because it's just impossible to not dance to. I fear everyone already knew this was going to be on this list, not just from how hard it went and hit the world, but also from how I simply have not shut the fuck up about aespa ever since they released this. Admittedly, Black Mamba wasn't my favorite. I stand because I am an SM girl group whore, and you know, gotta stick with my own personal traditions, but whoa, I have beyond stand them now. After Next Level, I ulted and they are practically my #1 group at this point. Loona, I still love you, I didn't mean it. Kind of. But word, how could I not be absolutely head over heels for these ones and this song in particular? Literally the only reason that this isn't like number 1 is because it was a single release and I feel like we didn't get that much promotion from them on this one. I don't know, I feel like I didn't see that many stages, well. But even with that, this comeback had such an impact. Even if you don't know the choreo, you know the choreo, you know all the words. I don't care if you've listened to it once, you know the words, and that's a fact. If you aren't singing Ning Ning and Winter's Little Breakdown to yourself at least twice a day, what are you even doing with your life? Now come on now. Might I add that this song literally got banned in Korea for being too catchy. That's iconic, please. And above all, just good music. My oh my oh my oh my. This was the turning point for aespa, I feel. It's got that SM flair in a way that Black Mamba didn't, and it is experimentation to the max and done well. More importantly, just the perfect amount of everything, and there you go, it's next level. I feel like not only for me but a lot of fans, we all liked aespa before next level, but mate, we bloody adore them now. I don't know, it just feels so iconic to me, it's that good. And just one final note before we get on to the next one, something that really encapsulates how good of an era next level was for aespa and K-pop as a whole. Ahem, Ning Ning red hair. Thank you for this. Words cannot describe how obsessed with this comeback I was when it came out. Joy, singing upbeat first-gen tracks, yes. Literally, how did a cover album make its way into being my number 7 of all comebacks this year? I do not know, but that's just Joy's power, I guess. Everything about this comebacks was just so positive and delightful, and it was just fantastic to see Joy flexing her soloist muscles. Because word, this is so not what I would have expected from her going solo, but honestly it is so much better than anything else I could have asked for, so I really do not care. This style of song perfectly fits her vocal tone, which alone is just phenomenal. I could literally listen to her sing all day. And I have. Swear to God, this album was on repeat the second it came out, and it stayed that way for about a month. It is just the perfect way to get yourself into a good mood. It makes me wanna run away and just kind of live a hippie sort of life like how she did in the MV. And brah, let's actually speak a little more in depth about that MV. Stop, it's so cute. Joy's smile alone lights up the earth, but this whole story and her with the little girl, and making friends along the way, ooh. It's too much, it's just absolutely way too much for my little heart to handle. The visuals are lovely, and it is such a welcome change to see a K-pop music video actually be set outdoors and just kind of letting these naturalistic road trip vibes speak for themselves. Like, I love myself a lavish set as much as the next bitch, but woo, these beach and forest scenes are just to die for. The world is so pretty on its own, like we don't need all of this tech shit all the time. I say while standing Grimes and aespa to the extremities, but I have range, I like a little switch up from time to time, please. And while I do agree some of the live stages were a bit disappointing, I mean the sets were bloop, her styling was meh, and the lack of live vocals on some stages were just ugh. Come on, she is more than capable, as we saw on her sketchbook performance, come on. If we got that for every stage I would have been more than delighted, but literally that one performance is enough. It blew me away. The live band. Ack. But I mean, for a special album I don't think the promos were too bad. I need more of this. I haven't even talked about the album by all of the songs were so good too. LMAO. Can you tell I really liked this release? I am getting a touch excited, but please, it was so This is a bit of an odd ranking, because despite it being so high, like I don't even like Scientist as a song that much at all. LMAO. Like, it's fine, but I feel the same way I think a lot of people do, that being a bit underwhelmed. I mean, it's fine, but like it's not got that same wow factor literally every other Twice titled tracks do. I love the verses, I think the music video is great, the concept is like whoa phenomenal, one of my faves from them, but just the overall track is a touch meh. So you may be asking yourself, why in the hell is this number 6? Have you lost your mind or something? No, I have not. And you wanna know why? The album. Oh my lord, the album. I really didn't expect much from this album. Like, I like a lot of Twice's discography, but I never really find myself Too blown away by many of their B-sides, but boy oh boy did they step up their game with this one. It is just so well made and it has so many bangers on it. Par exemple, Push and Pull, Espresso, Rewind, Candy, Fall in Love Again and Mate. If we are looking at simply the track list for this album, we got the motherfucking feels. Please. Yeah, I am including the feels as a part of this comeback. I will be taking no complaints. It's on the album, it came out like a month before. I am including it. I want to talk about the feels. Honestly, the feels is easily one of their best title tracks to date. I mean, B-side if we are going down this narrative that Scientist and the feels are part of the same comeback, but ugh, I don't even care about my definitions anymore. All I need to say is, funky, fun, cute twice. Was back with a touch of a mature twist, and hey, I am so glad for it. They did this lovely retro sound so well and they all looked great doing it. The feels changed my life and bettered it in ways I cannot explain. Anywho, I have gone off topic slightly, back to Scientist. It wasn't all bad, like as I said, one of their best songs conceptually. I love this scientific, twice love lab concept. It's just such a fun and quirky little idea, and the execution of it was so good. Made for some really interesting stages too. And speaking of stages, look who's back. It's Jeongyeon Babi. I mean, I know she performed on stages for Alcohol Free too, but now she was present for interviews too, and was in a lot more of the promotional material. I don't know, she just felt more like herself this comeback. It was good to see my bias back in action. I don't know, getting sappy. Anywho, twice in 2021 slayed. Now let them rest JYP, or else I will burn down yo building. It's the way that Soyeon was hoarding all of the good music for herself, but who cares, this was such a lovely comeback and it was fun seeing Soyeon be solo again, and with G-Idol already collapsing sadly, it was good seeing that they are already sorting themselves out for future careers and solo projects lol. But I must say, Soyeon is looking very promising. She is easily one of the best idol producers we have ever seen in K-pop, and seeing her let loose and do whatever she wanted for her solo was super fun. Also, this concept stop. I never thought I would ever see fast food work look so fun and glamorous. LMAO, I mean her uniform for Wendy's is cute as hell. Also, can we talk about the packaging for this album a second? It was like a happy meal. I can't, it was so fun and creative, just like the rest of this whole release. I mean, she just killed it from start to finish and she really looked like she was enjoying herself. All of the stages were on point. And let's just talk about this album for a second. Why is literally every song just so good? It has so much musical diversity and yet she nailed every single sound. Such unique melodies and such an impressive range from Soyeon, not only in her production but also in her performance. Like the vocal control it takes to nail each of these vastly different style is intense, and she isn't even really marketed as a vocalist like at all. She is a rapper at the forefront, and I mean that definitely shows in most of these songs, notably in Psycho and Is This Bad Bitch number, which is, might I add, the collab of the century. It just went so hard, and I mean any track where Vivi is featured I am all over it. It was really interesting to hear how the three of their unique styles combined to make something really interesting, and even with these two other really great artists, Soyeon remains the standout on this track. Like, she's just that good. Ugh, what else even is there to say? Soyeon is such a good soloist. Bye. I hope she continues with her solo stuff, ideally alongside G-Idol promotions, but like, I wouldn't be getting our hopes up. Ooh. Yep, I am feeling that top 5 energy now. I mean, come on. If I see any other list of the best comebacks of this year and I see that Unnatural by wjsn is not included, I am simply calling the police, because this is one of the best things I have ever heard. This song absolutely threw me over the edge. I mean, how can I breathe now some Schweinun Biobule Izone Deuteronomy like? If that isn't one of the most intoxicating lines you've ever heard in your goddamn life. But this song does not merely have a good pre-chorus. It's got good everything, and I mean literally everything they were not playing about making this one. I love that they are starting to mix it up conceptually, like as much as I love their magical girl stuff, and I mean love it, they do it so well, it's insane. But this is no longer cosmic girls, this is cosmic women, because hello, this new mature perspective is just woo, and this song style with these hyper classy sounds. Like the strings, the bass, the fucking everything. I feel like I am walking down a runway when I hear this track, and man, when almost all of the instrumentation falls away leaving only that bass as they kind of just strut with the 1 2 3. Go, mate. It's too good. It's too good. It is serving it as it's just too good. I just love the class it exudes, the style, it feels so lavish. I just adore this concept for them, and woo, the choreo gives it this added sexy nature too, and man, it's something, that's for sure. And we were also treated to this delicious album too, and given the lovely song Last Dance in particular, like they are all good, but Last Dance just does something to me. It's like a modern sexy concept, and it is true sexy concept by it's like a dream come true. It's been so long since I have heard a song with that true concept. It's just oh. Sorry, this whole review is just me screaming, I can't believe they did this. And in March, it was really hard for literally anything else to top this after it came out, but we do have 3 left, so I guess we are looking at absolute god status now. Man, I'm not over unnatural, please stand WJSN.
Like it hot. Like it hot. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah.
I mean, I feel like a lot of you already knew that this was going to be here, and for those of you who have not yet heard this masterpiece, go right now, listen to it, watch all the stages, listen to the album, and then you can return. This was the most delightful of surprises I ever could have received, because let me tell you, I did not have the highest of expectations for this comeback. I mean, after the past 2 years GWSN have had, could you really blame me? With So-So's hiatus, their company issues, and then my personal disappointment with Bazooka, things were not looking good. I mean, I didn't hate Bazooka, it just didn't quite feel like GWSN, especially for a fan who had been there pretty much from the beginning. It just felt off, I guess, so I was fearful that Bazooka was supposed to be their subtle way of changing concepts slowly under our noses, but it wasn't. Like It Hot is literally everything I ever could have asked for in a GWSN song. It's got that mystical and out of this world energy to it, and the soundscapes are just magical, and don't even get me started on this vocal line, please, it's heaven sent. It is just so beautiful to the ear, it's insane. May I just say that one Listen to Me More is perhaps one of the most hauntingly beautiful things I think I have ever heard. Something about the vocal delivery alongside those sentimental lyrics is just too much for my heart to take. But yes, this song alone was so good, so magical, and so GWSN. And what's that? Wait, it can't be. All the way to the first chorus, it's so nice and delicate. And then boom, tell me. Stop, they're giving GWSN cunt, stop. It's like that unnatural concept that I spoke about in almost too much detail during my review for it, so I will spare you this time, but like, you know how much I love that concept already, so getting that alongside this classic GWSN type shit, I can't. 2 for 1 stop. The album also kind of gave us that, which was lovely, bloody hell. In general, it was just such a solid album too, like I was listening to it for days, such a worthy addition to their practically flawless discography. And all the visual elements of this comeback was so good and fitting too. Like the music video, especially those bridge scenes with the girls' silhouettes in front of this huge purple surrounded moon. Please, it encapsulates the song perfectly. And mate, this styling too. The flowy dresses are just to die for, and then pairing them with the choreo as well, it's too much. The way they move is just woof, it's hypnotizing. Man, I love GWSN, I am so happy they're back, and like back too. More soon please, girl.
There's something to tell you. You want me to share it with you? Stacy guys, it's going down.
Yes, second Stacy mention hehehe. This comeback. It was too good. I think this is the 3rd review of this comeback I have done on my channel, which is, I admit, yes, a touch excessive, but that just goes to show how much I love this thing. Like the day it came out, panic, I am a Stacy girl for life, I was thrown right in the deep end. I like half stand them when it came out. I knew most of the members but not all. I had kind of listened to their discography, but I wasn't really too fussed on listening to this album. But then, on my way home from school on the day this was released, I thought, oh well, might as well give it a listen. And I truly believe that single listen changed the trajectory of my whole fucking life. I am a Stacy girl. I can't, it's too good. I'll be there. Oh, complex, alright, my new favorite song. Slow Down sucks, but like the quality of the rest of the album more than makes up for it for me, and like I haven't even talked about the title track yet by Stereotype is so good. It's on the same level as all of the rest of their title tracks, which is to say that it is absolutely spectacular. It is just woo. The drums are so fun and Y2K sounding. I don't know the exact terminology, but it all sounds just a touch 2000s, just a touch of that sort of vibe, and I love it. And then paired with their godly vocals, please. Especially Issa, she is just wow on this song. I mean, she is my bias, so there is a chance I am just straight up being biased on this one, but woo, something about her navy hair and her slow sort of final chorus breakdown in the big pink dress with the butterflies act. Easily the best part of the song. And can we just talk about this concept for a second? It's like a whole drama. It was so nice to see the school concept back and flourishing. I feel like it's died out slightly, and like personally I kinda dig it, lol. Especially when done like this. They're just like being pretty in cute uniforms, it's just fun. And the cheer uniforms. Yoon's visor the colors on all of their outfits, this comeback was too much, it was all just so good. This comeback truly took over my life and I thank it for it. Made me ult another group. My ults list is getting out of hand, but I don't even care if they're the best of the best, which stayc undoubtedly are, then they're being ulted. And that's
gosh, don't you know I'm a savage?
Yep, that's right. The 4th gen leaders stayc and aespa are dominating this list, not only having both of their respective comebacks this year making it onto this list, but also taking the top 2 spots, and you know what? Deserved. They they devoured this year and everything it had to offer, and the music they put out this year. Woo doggy. Just proving that they can and will do everything better than everyone else in the industry right now, it seems. Anywho, less of the jibber jabber, let's gush about my number 1 favorite comeback of the entire goddamn year. Now, while I do prefer Next Level as a song over Savage, I mean just by a teeny little bit, Savage is just so good all on its own, but like I in good conscience could not place Next Level higher than this one. Because you know what we got this comeback? We got aespa B-sides. And it was beautiful. It is, I think, the strongest album I have heard all year, and if this is their first album release, aespa are going places. I mean, they've already gone places barely a year in. Like their impact, I mean, who else is doing it like them? Their concept is so unique and intricate, and I mean, leave it to SM to create their own full universe with such detail rivaling the Looniverse. It's so cool, and I am personally a huge fan of Kwanga. I would like to go there perhaps for my honeymoon, but even like a day trip would be sick. Maybe I will meet Navi. Honestly, Navi is sick as hell. I will never understand why they went so hard for her animation and made her look actually good and then just left the AE members to rot. They look so bad, sorry. But enough hatred, how rude. I am trying to talk about how good this comeback was. It was really good. I mean, despite only having 6 songs on it, I have somehow got 178 listens. It's like my 5th most listened to album of the year and I ain't even done. I am not bored of it like at all yet. I mean, how could I be when it gave us such gems as Yeppy Yeppy, Iconic and whoa, Lucid Dream. Okay, well, Lucid Dream really came out of nowhere. When listening to this album, taking in all of its hyperpop majesty, what I did not expect to find lurking at the end was this gorgeous little ballad type thing. It's so Loona Odd Eye Circle, which is just like okay, the best kind of music. It is truly one of my favorite K-pop songs ever and I thank aespa for it, I really do. It's like Lucid Dream, Goblin, and Starlight. That's my holy trinity and I love her. All in all, it's just aespa mate. They are such a force to be reckoned with and like as each day goes by they become my favorites even more. I can't. If they collab with Grimes it'll be over for me. I think that will totally tip me over the edge. I am already dangerously close, lol. God, aespa had a good So yes folks, that's my list. I hope you enjoyed this little 2021 rundown hand selected by yours truly and I hope to see some of your lists of your favorite comebacks of this year in the comments below. But I feel like I have said, wow, so much in this video, so I shall keep this little farewell brief. I just want to wish you all a happy new year. I don't know when I am releasing this. Hopefully closer to Christmas than New Year's, but stuff it. I hope the new year brings you lots of light and joy, and I hope that K-pop shall gift us all with even more great music. Probably released by aespa, but yeah, maybe there will be some other good stuff too. Anywho, I will leave this here. Love ya all so much. Have a wonderful end of your year, moi.
흩어질 듯 밀려든 밤처럼 벗어나려 할수록 선명한 널